Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. I have been harvesting tons and tons of tomatoes lately, and they are taking up the entire space in my refrigerator. We've got to do something about that, and I have never canned or preserved anything before, so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be making a bunch of salsa and getting all of those tomatoes out of the refrigerator. Now, I have never done this before, but you guys are going to do it with me for the first time. I've watched a couple videos on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook just to try to figure out if I could do this on my own. We'll see how it works out. Can't wait to show you guys the finished product. So these are all of the tomatoes that were in my refrigerator. I did clear it out a little bit, but all of this stuff wasn't able to fit in there because all of these baskets were in there. Now we're going to be making 3 recipes of this recipe that I have. Basically a homemade canning salsa recipe from the ball jar book itself. So we're just going to be using up all of these tomatoes. Now it does say that you need 7 cups of chopped and cored peeled tomatoes. So the first thing we're going to be doing is giving these basically it's not a water bath, but we're going to be blanching them so that the skins of the tomatoes can come off easily. And then we have our water bath canner right here, all ready to go. And then I also have pint jars that we're going to be putting this salsa in. Now it does call for 7 to 8 tomatoes per batch, but these are Roma tomatoes, so I believe they are a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to put, let's do 25 tomatoes, let's do 30 tomatoes, as if we're doing 10 per batch rather than 7 or 8. And we might even make more after that. We only used 2 baskets of those, and this 30 tomatoes filled up this whole stainless steel pot right here. So we do have 2 full baskets left, and we did use 2 baskets. So we might have to make another whole batch of these, but we'll see how this turns out and how many jars it fills. Now the reason why we are blanching these tomatoes, that helps the skin come off easier, and then what we're going to do is give them a water bath afterwards, and then take out the middle, the core, and then basically roughly chop them up and put them back in this pot right here, and then add all of our rest of our ingredients. So while that is doing that, we're going to be cutting the rest of the ingredients right now. Now I did get this chopper to make it easier. We need 6 cups of onions for this recipe, so that is why it would probably be easier for me to use this chopper. It says to use coarse, so we're just going to be using this bigger cutter thing right here. And we're going to be using white onions for this recipe. Now that 2 onions is only about 2.5 cups, so we're going to do another 2 onions. Now that we have our second round of tomatoes done. I'm just gonna do a quick cleanup right here. I've been saving everything in this bag just because to me, it's just way too much to put in the compost pile. So I've been cleaning as I go. This is our second round of tomatoes. We also have the first round, and I'm gonna go ahead and put all of this into our simmering pot, also along with all of this. Inside here, we're also going to add some white vinegar. The recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of white vinegar. And then we're going to put in our cumin and salt. Calls for 1/2 teaspoon, and we have 3, so you'd think we need 1.5 teaspoons. But honestly, with the amount of salsa that's in here, I'm probably just going to add 3 teaspoons. Heck, at the end, we might even add more. 1 tablespoon of canning salt, but I'm going to use this fine ground sea salt. And since we need 1 tablespoon and we have 3 recipes worth, we're going to use 3 tablespoons. I might even put 4 in there. So this is going to simmer for a good 10-15 minutes. And during the time that this is simmering, we're going to sterilize our canning jars. So I do have this already set up. It's got the rack inside there. It's filled with water already. I'm going to go ahead and heat that up. Okay, right now I am sterilizing these ball jars. Now what you want to do is you don't want them to touch. Hopefully none of these are touching. I do have these tongs right here that you can get in there and move them. The rack that's on the bottom is immersed in the water also. And then when we go to pull it out, you pull these handles on the sides. And we're just going to sterilize these for 10 minutes while our salsa is simmering. I also sterilized the rims and the tops with soap and water. They suggest not putting those inside a boiling pot, so we sanitize those with the soap and water, and I'm just drying them right now and placing them on this paper towel. Okay, now after we sterilize these jars, we're going to want to take them out of the water bath and put them on a paper towel. And then we're going to fill them with the salsa. So I am using these tongs right here to make it easier. Now we're going to be water bathing these for about 15 minutes. So honestly, these did not need sterilization. However, I just decided to give it a try because I've never done it before. And then we are going to take a ladle and fill these jars. I have my ladle over here. And this salsa is done. I put this in a bowl. And basically what we're doing is filling this jar with this liquid and this salsa. And then what we're going to do with each of these is I'm going to get a paper towel. We're going to wipe the rim. Then we're going to put a cap on. That's hot. That's hot. And then I'm going to take this and put this back into the water bath. salsas are all in there. There's one that I couldn't fit in there, so I might do that one afterwards, but we're gonna let this boil for 15 minutes. I am gonna put the lid on. Then we're gonna set them on this rack to cool for 12 to 24 hours. These get put in the water when you're water bathing. And now we're just going to take these out of here and let them cool for 12 to 24 hours. You want them not to touch. So we're just gonna, I have a rack underneath these. Now that recipe that I just made, which was 3 recipes, made only 9 jars. There's 8 in here, but this recipe said it was gonna make 5 pint jars, but that was with only one of the recipes. And there you have it. Those are the 8 that I water bathed. I do have another one over here on the side. However, that didn't fit in here because, again, you're not supposed to let the jars touch. So maybe we'll eat that, but it is recommended that you eat it within 2 to 3 days if it's not sealed. So I may just put this back on and just seal that one jar. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Something that I noticed was that out of the 8 jars that are over there, one of them had still a cap that was bouncy, so that means it wasn't sealed. So I did put the second jar, that 8th jar inside there, as well as the other jar that we hadn't done earlier. So now there are 2 jars in there. I'm just gonna let those water bath for 15 minutes, and as long as I have this whole setup out, why not just get it done? That was water bathing and canning and preserving some salsa. I used about 60 tomatoes in that recipe and only got about 8 or 9 pint-sized jars. Used about 5 different onions, used 12 cloves of garlic, about a cup and a half of cilantro. There was a lot that went in there that only ended up making the 9 pints, but that was our first time doing it. It tastes really amazing, so I can't wait to try some more recipes. Maybe, I don't know, I'd have to look up other stuff to do, but we just had an abundance of tomatoes that we had to get out of there. And yeah, now we have salsa that can sit on the shelf for a year or 2 to come. It's hard to try to put all of that stuff in your refrigerator and you have to eat it in 2 or 3 days. Having it sit on the shelf because there's that airtight seal is just the way to go. And I've wanted to get into this years ago, but I'm just starting now just because my gardens have started, just the harvests have been absolutely amazing, especially with the tomatoes and cucumbers. We did what we had to do to use those up so they didn't go to waste. Hope we do this again. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and click the notifications bell so you can receive a notification every time I post a new video, which is every Sunday. Thanks guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. And then we're gonna set them on this rack to dry. Don't put that